Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Massive shock in Ile-Ife as Ìgbìmò Àwẹ Oba created by Ooni of Ifes' wife turned against its own founders to demand the removal of immunity. Wahala no dey gree finish. Wahala no gree finish. I have not seen this one. This one is the hunter becoming the hunted. Have you heard of the case where the hunter became the hunted? This is what it is. Now, what is this Ìgbìmò Àwẹ Oba? They said Ìgbìmò Àwẹ Oba is some kind of, a powerful society that was created by the very wives of the Ooni of Ife, okay? That, it's like a club where you have society women coming together to agree on stuff that has to do with royalty, that has to do with women, development, and all of that usually. How you have the Police Women Association, wives of Naval Wives Association, and all of that. And in this case, you know that the Oba is married to more than one wife, right? So they now, since all of them are doing well in their respective, endeavors, they now came together to form a club where, they can have other society women like wives of other Obas who are doing very well, society women to be part of. They will come together, they have their club days, they say once a month, and they sit down there, they deliberate on very fundamental issues that has to do with Ile-Ife and all of that. And so right now, we have gotten a report that these people who are supposed to be, very loyal to their founder, or their founders rather, ordinarily you expect their allegiance to be, to those who created the club. We are hearing that they have turned against their founders right now. And that is the biggest shock. Like this one, is something that nobody can understand. Where is this coming from? Why would they do that to people who originally founded this club? And that is why they say, when God begins to arrest you for the things that you have done that is not in conformity with him, especially when you touch his own, God will just, set fire everywhere that will be burning your bum. That is exactly what this is about. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Daylight. I bring you fresh and spicy J's from the sources still on the royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you so much. I love you. I share and do well, my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Happy weekends to you. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. Thank you so much, Daylight. Daylight, my Daylight, my Daylight, my own people. Daylight, my Daylight, my Daylight, my super people. Ẹ ṣé o, a dúpẹ́ o, my people, thank you. They say Ìgbìmò Àwẹ Oba, meaning Council of the Crown Wives, was not merely a club or gathering of idle, women. It is an institution meticulously built by Ikpe, Gospel, and Ebony, three of the most influential wives of the Ooni of Ife as at the time, designed to strengthen the dignity of the royal household, extend the benevolent arm of, the palace into the street, and solidify the reign of the Ooni through social control, patronage, and subtle cultural rituals that tied every woman in Ile-Ife to the palace. In its earliest days, Ìgbìmò Àwẹ Oba was a bread of hope. These royal wives, all bearing formidable family lineages from different Yoruba territories, pulled their, personal wealth, the prestige of their marriage to the Ooni, and their profound social intelligence to establish a body that provided support for thousands. They constructed cooperative grain, banks to prevent, famine among market women. They organized periodic free medical outreaches, staffed by traveling herbalists and, Christian mission nurses. Like they negotiated dowry dispute, like Ìgbìmò Aweye Oba is vast. They do a lot of things. But basically, from the very beginning, where they didn't know that things would be the way they are, their intention was actually noble from the very beginning, right? Their intention was noble. But when this issue of Queen Naomi coming back into the palace started, because, you know, when they first came, they had concluded that Naomi was no longer coming back into the palace. But when this issue with Naomi coming back, Naomi not coming back started, they started shaking and they went political. It was, you know, from the beginning, they said it was more charity, it was power, okay? It was, you know, they said it was a lot, like it was good from the very beginning. It was, you know, to be inducted into Ìgbìmò Àwẹ Oba meant your daughter would find easier marriage prospect. Your stay in Ile-Ife would flourish from royal patronage. Your debt might be mysteriously, you know, settled. Entire families were lifted from obscurity because one daughter was noticed by Ikpi, or because Ebony decided to buy cassava only from your mother's farm, or maybe you are a market woman, you're selling and the things that they are not selling in the Ojaja mall, the entire royal household will be buying from you, which is huge, okay, if you're a member of that thing. So it was big from the very beginning, but later they politicized it. They ruined everything. Yes, that's what we heard though, that from later they now ruin everything. That's just me trying so hard to explain to you what this club used to be about, even though I may not be able to explain it the way a Yoruba person would explain it to you, but just bear with me, okay? So it's not just about telling you stories, it's just to give you a foundation also, so that you have an understanding of what it is, okay? Now, over time, this society or club gathered momentum, they gained power, did a whole lot of stuff, okay? Now, they had most powerful women. Remember when they were dragging Olori Naomi? They dragged Olori Naomi like, in fact, they did so much to Olori Naomi. So when they were dragging Olori Naomi, most of the people who were dragging Olori Naomi to the mud in Ile-Ife were members of this Ìgbìmò Àwẹ Oba. They were the ones. When Naomi was arrested the other time and detained, they were the ones who did so much, dragged Naomi from left, right, and center, ruined her name, said a whole lot of stuff about her, things that were not necessarily true about her. You know, they did everything. So at that time, everything they were doing just to, you know, support their founders, okay? You know, imagine where you have this level of society women, right? You can imagine just crossing their path, what they can do to you. That was what was happening. Meanwhile, Naomi was one side trying to avoid them as much as possible, right? And so they never wanted Olori Naomi back. There's this woman, Iyai has her own group. Those group, they are not members of the Ìgbìmò Àwẹ Oba. They have their own group. Those ones are for Olori Naomi. These ones will be fighting among this Ìgbìmò Àwẹ Oba. They'll be fighting with them and supporting Olori Naomi. It was like a whole lot going on. They were fighting for the Oloris. Basically, that was it. Now, whatever happened is what nobody can understand. If there are this group of people that one would have expected will stand for the Oloris, support them, and be on their side, their allegiance should be to the Oloris who have, you know, who founded that organization, who have spent so much money growing that organization, who have spent so much money on these women, who have spent so much money on school fees, on partying, and all of these things. Now, why are they against the wives to the Ooni of Ife? Because the shock of the century happened where these people came out in their numbers to, you know, root for the removal of royal immunity from their own founders, the people who founded the club, the people who have been sponsoring the activities of the club and all of that. One would have thought that if for any reason you will be by these women, but now they turned against these women, they are the one rooting for the removal of their immunity. What is this supposed to mean is what everyone is asking. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged rumors, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.